Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door or Door Shutter coming back to you with episode 17 of Direwolf20's 1.16 pack. And, well, my armor's shiny. I've been just kind of getting enchants and stuff on all of this. Just all of my armor. Not really the greatest enchants, but for the time, it'll work. So, I've been kind of just AFKing a little bit, getting my farms and stuff going. We have 20 pink slime balls, by the way. So in the original versions of Mine Factory Reloaded, you had to place a bucket of pink slime on the ground to allow for pink slimes to spawn, and then you killed them and you'd get pink slime balls. So that's not a thing anymore. What you do is you come over to this machine with 300 pink slime fluid in the machine, put a glass pane in there, and you get a slime ball. So if I put R here, here's the recipe. So pink slime, 300 millibuckets, glass pane, slime ball. There you go. And it's not like the old version. So we don't have a way to constantly like just get tons and tons of pink slime balls, which is kind of sad, but you know, whatever. And it seems like this is not working very well, but that'll work. Okay, so we need a bucket of this, and we're gonna work on some Mine Factory Reloaded stuff. So I've always been, or Industrial Foregoing, my bad, Industrial Foregoing. I've kind of been curious on what the tools are like in this mod. I haven't ever really looked at the tools in this mod too much. But we have things like the saw, which is like a chain, which is like pretty much an axe, jackhammer. You've got infinity drill, trident, and I believe there is another one, the hammer somewhere, which I'm not seeing the hammer. Alrighty, guys, so I'm back. Off camera, I was testing some things, and I made a drill from Industrial Foregoing here, the Infinity Drill. I will make a hammer sooner or later, but the recipe for this was just 3 diamond blocks, 2,000 mega buckets, or millibuckets of pink slime, 3 gold gears, and a max tier add-on. And in doing so, I've realized a power issue. A very glaring power issue. The fact that my entire base went down trying to craft the drill, it's only 24,000 RF, it shows me a major problem. So as of current, I'm kind of trying to fix that issue. I have some stuff crafting in the background right now, going to town on that. I've also changed all of these to blazing just for the time being, and they will be moved over to where this line of, or this empty row of cobble or air is right here. They're all going to be put to blazing crystals and blocks, and then their hardened generators or blazing generators or whatever generators will be placed there. So right now we're kind of just waiting on everything else. So that is a thing. Just wanted to update you guys. Sorry for not really recording the drill. I did try to, but it messed up at the recording a little bit, so couldn't really show you guys the clip if I wanted to. So sadly. But yeah, so we will be making a hammer and the drill. We will be upgrading those, and I'll be showing you guys how I'm going to do that as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys whenever this power situation's kind of handled. I'm going to do most of that off camera because it is going to be just kind of tedious over and over work. So yeah, see you guys in a second. Alrighty, so we're back. It has actually been a day since the last segment, and well, things have changed. So if I fly up here, all of the auto crafting is gone, and this whole section is clear. Everything's kind of been pushed to the side. This is still in the same spot. That's still in the same spot. This annoying plague doctor is here again. Now he's dead. That rat just committed suicide. There are so many of these guys that just spawn in here, so... So, a lot of things have changed. I built this little building over here to kind of house the just auto crafting systems we have set up. So I spent some time and made some network receivers and transmitters. If you don't know how these work, you put a network transmitter on your system. You grab one of these network cards. You would then go to the receiver and shift right click or right click. I don't fully remember which. It's just kind of habit for me, shift right clicking everything. So, and then you take that card and you put it in here and it will transmit. So the auto crafting was kind of a pain in the rear to do for Mechanism. Thermal, of course, can input pretty easily just at the top and all of that. So we did that way. But for these 3 first machines, there's kind of just logistical sorter, pipe, logistical sorter, you know. But these, you can't really do any pipes because they all require either a logistical sorter, which makes the thing longer, which would be this exact same, you know, 2-block gap here, or you have pipes connecting. Refined pipes does it. Cyclic pipes does it. Even if it has the disabling mode, it still shares items. The disabling mode doesn't work with cyclic, just so you guys know. But this does work. We have a filter on both of these. Got the osmium, got the refined obsidian dust. This is the osmium compressor, basic infusion factory. All the recipes that were there are currently here inside of all this. So not the prettiest thing in the world, but I wanted to show you guys something. So I was looking around trying to figure out a way to actually automate this system. And this doesn't look the prettiest. This building is not really supposed to be the prettiest thing in the world, so I don't really care too much. But we have a crafter with 3 patterns in here so far. Diamond, which is the niotic crystal, the blazing crystals, and the energizing steel, which actually all works. You don't need any fancy full-out redstone. It's simply a comparator, a redstone, repeater, and then set this onto redstone pulse inserts next set. So each time this is full, it will say, hey, I'm full, send a pulse, and then it will send a set. So, yeah. So, that's a thing. It might be the right one or it might be the wrong one, but it is the very last option, so it is the one that works. I've also moved all the storage drawers and stuff over here, just to make it a little easier. Charcoal shouldn't actually be sitting over here, but oh well, we'll fix that in a bit. We also have got 10 celadon crystals, and this thing's still kind of running, so that's a good thing. It seems like the liquid's actually not inputting here. I might need a different type of pipe. Yeah, let me grab a different type of pipe here. So let's grab the mechanism. At mech, I think it's the mechanical pipe. Mech. Yeah, so it's this kind of pipe. Let's grab 20. We don't really need that many, but it's always good to have a little bit more than what we need in the system, so we don't have to just keep crafting them. It seems I've got a potion of invisibility. Cool. Grab our configurator. Oh, it seems I have compacting drawers. These are probably actually items. Yes. Okay, I've just had sets of items on me on accident. Oh well. So we go up here, knock this pipe out, add this one, and then what we can do is scroll through and find fluid, and then pull, push, there we go. Okay, so this thing hasn't had the actual fluid in a bit, so that's my bad. Now it has it. So yeah, I've also had to regain the amount of diamonds I've had. I only have 775. I had like 20 left. I've been using quite a bit of them, so yeah. Tons of ores in here. I went to the Undergarden and got all the diamonds, by the way, hence where I keep getting them, so. It seems like this thing is not able to catch up on oxygen. I would think it'd be able to keep on upon oxygen, but I don't think it is. Yeah, there's some things I need to flush out with this system. I might have to like look up somebody else's video and see what's happening there, but for now we're fine. But yeah, so just a general update. I pretty much cleaned up the base a little bit, made it to where I can actually get around without having to bump into machinery and stuff. Like all the power system was like strewn out right here, so it was just everywhere. I also don't need this anymore for manual crafting. I can actually just automate everything. Also, somebody pointed out in the comments of my latest video, episode 14, this gives you the amount of time between episodes kind of thing, that the mob duplicator from Mob Factory Reloaded isn't actually in the game as of current, which sucks. So it's not a good way to go right now, so we got to figure out something on that front. I think RF tools might be the best bet, but I'd have to get a different source of power to actually even consider that, so kind of waiting on that for right now, and we will see what happens. But yeah, so let me be back. Let me just continue cleaning up some things, make sure everything's working, and I'll be right back. So I just did some research and I actually spent time looking at YouTube and verified information myself. So I don't need more than just these 4 things. The issue is I need to make them taller. So the taller you make these, so example, I just made this 3 high. This now produces 2 point whatever amount of millibuckets per tick. Okay, so the higher you build these, the more they output. So what I've done is I've taken down the ones that I've built around, and I've started to just make these are gonna be just taller. I'm gonna work on this over time because this isn't just gonna be something I can do all at one go, but 1 or 2 of these will actually just work fine. Having the ability to produce more brine allows for me to not have to worry as much about the machines just sitting there waiting for brine to actually produce at the end of the day. Now I cannot confirm if solar panels actually make this more efficient in Mechanism 10, which is this current version, but I will be trying that sooner or later. The daytime and nighttime cycles do affect these thermal things, I assume. The videos I was watching, whatever, were 3 years old, so I'm not 100% certain, but we're already up to 8 buckets, so I will be like testing that out sooner or later, and all that jazz. So sooner or later we will be making the higher tier versions of the machines, but we do need better power before actually doing any of that. So that's a thing that will come sooner or later. So power is still something I need to fully flush out because I do have some power issues here and there. So kind of just got to wait and see what'll happen. I also made like 256 of these blocks just to make sure I have enough for everything. So, okay, so let's see how much we're actually producing here. So we are producing around about 12 buckets, and it is getting dark. So let's go over here to my sleeping bag and sleep real quick. My jetpack is also whirring off in the background. Okay. How many more of these do I have? So I don't know how high this is. Some people said 18. I'm not sure if that's correct. But I'm going to try and see if that is correct or not. Okay, so this is the build limit. Okay, so however high this is the build limit for these multi-blocks. So that's good to know. That is a good reference point. I probably won't count this. Sure, I can count it. Why not? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it is exactly 18. So at the very top here, we're actually going to knock out 4 blocks. Remember, you can knock off 4 blocks on each layer if you really wanted to. The problem is it does slow capacity. The reason I'm knocking off these 4 blocks is because I'm going to put solar panels there, which is said to increase the speed at which it gains temperature. So daytime it would be hotter faster and all of that. So as you can see, we're producing about 12 buckets per. But if I hop, skip, and jump over to the base and grab some solar panels, we can see what happens. Alrighty, so what we do is we take all 4 of these solar panels, put them up here, and then realize it's getting dark, so it's probably not going to show an effect right now, so let's go to sleep. Of course, my jetpack's on, going right to town here. We've also got a group of pillagers. Okay, that jetpack is really annoying sometimes. Okay. We got Bad Omen. Also, you might have noticed I switched out my pickaxe. I don't have my Tetra pickaxe because it's so badly damaged and I can't repair it because I need a level 5 hammer. So we're kind of at the point where I can't do anything with the pickaxe. Okay, so, but anyway, let's look at this. So we are currently producing 170 millibuckets per tick of the fluid we need. Okay. So if we fly back home here, okay, so if we look here up at the actual thing, see how much this is just going to town over here? So we should be like full on brine here. You just not pulling that much? Or everything you're pulling is just immediately being used, isn't it? Let's see. So if I grab a ATMEC and then mechanical pipe, we should probably make the other tiers sooner or later. But I'm gonna actually grab this ender tank here. There we go. Place this here, and then place the tank. Where did the tank just go? Into this bag. Okay, cool. So if we put this on this mode, and then do fluids, pull, push. Okay, so now it's getting an inventory of brine. I want this tank to be empty so it can still keep filling. And as you can see, we're kind of struggling between filling and not filling. So that's awesome. I guess I might need another electrolytic separator here. Because in reality, this isn't getting enough oxygen, right? Oh, it is. Okay, so we're cruising now since we actually have a stock of brine. So I'm going to spend time off camera actually getting more of those tanks and setting everything up. Why are you still not going? something wrong with this furnace. No, it's just not producing enough charcoal. So charcoal. So if I put a stack over here, this should immediately get used like pretty quickly, right? Yeah. So that's the issue, is this is going faster than that furnace. So I have a way to solve this with a smelting factory. Smelting. There we go. Smelting factory. So if you make, I'm gonna actually auto craft a smelting factory real quick here. So we need this. We need this. But we need the first tier first, most likely. So let's get pattern. We also need to find a way to get redstone. Like, I keep running out of redstone. I need to get the RF builder going, which can quarry and all that. So I'll work on that. There's quite a bit of stuff I want to work on off camera. So it's all kind of just like waiting at the moment. So, you know. But alright, I'll be back in a second when I get that done. So something I didn't show you guys is I actually named some of these crafters. And the way you do that is you just simply put them in an anvil, change the name, and then you can put them down. But if you do pick them up, they will only be named crafters, so you have to keep renaming them. So try to find a good spot. They're only one level apiece. But yeah, they're all named something different. So it's pretty cool. So now I have like an organized crafting system thing. So if I look up smeltery here, let's just get an advanced start. And yeah, I'll be back when that's actually done. Just wanted to tell you guys that's a neat little trick you can do with refined storage. So yeah, you could also do it to like crafters that are connected to a chest. Just name the chest something if you wanted, but that's too complicated. Alrighty, so I put this down. We are now producing charcoal. Of course, we're going to need some speed upgrades. I'm going to probably say like 4 speed upgrades and 4 energy upgrades. Actually, let's go for 4 and 8 energy. I like energy upgrades. The more efficient my machines can be, the better. So let's do 10 minus 4 start, and those will craft. But yeah, so you can see that this is now doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the elite and advanced do a few more slots, which is awesome. I honestly love the smelting and the factory system they have, because it just makes everything so much easier. You could actually do that with this system if you really wanted to. Like the chemical injector, I believe has, let's see, does the chemical, I don't know if the chemical has a higher tier. Oh, it does. Chemical injection, basic injecting, advanced injecting. So if you upgraded this all the way, all of these machines, you could do several stacks at a time. But that's only if you really would like want to dedicate a whole bunch of time to doing that. So that's why. Okay, it's because I guess so I replaced the cables under this, and I broke that block. As you can see, I put ultimate cables here. I broke that block, and these get reset when you break it. That's why I'm not getting oxygen. Okay, that makes sense. Duh. It's just something I completely missed. That's all. Alright, so throw some energy upgrades in here. This thing should be doing like 10 FE per tick, which is pretty good. And then we just throw in 4 speed upgrades. And you can see now we're doing like 100. And we are just cruising on actually getting charcoal out of this. So what we need to do now is actually set the front as output, and then all the charcoal is going to go into this and get producing of the sulfuric trioxide, and the sulfuric trioxide then becomes sulfur dioxide. So we should be cruising a little bit quicker on that end with all the charcoal. Yeah, this thing's still keeping up with however many this is sending. So yeah, But I'm going to actually have to end the episode here, guys. I know this episode was a little bit shorter, but I'm running out of time, and I don't want to keep just like prolonging this episode and different segments and all that. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for all the feedback, support, and all of that. If you did like the video, please do leave a like. And if you didn't, please leave a dislike. It doesn't bother me a bit. So, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome, and adios.